Hi, my name is Cam Smith with ISN, reporting from Metchosin Golf Course on the inaugural Sherry Stinson Memorial Golf Tournament. This is a great event in honor of Sherry, who sadly passed away from cancer at the age of 46. Sherry will always be remembered for her undeniable devotion to her family and friends, and her love for her two boys, Mark and Ryan, who were only 25 and 20 respectively when she passed. She was a sports mom, and her support for her boys and their passion for sports was well known in the community, as she was a fixture at arenas and fields where her sons played. With Mark and Ryan leading the way, they thought there was no better way to honor their mother than to hold a charity golf tournament in her name. And with a little help from family and friends, this inspiring event came to life on Sunday.
We got a lot of support from family and friends. It's amazing the amount of people that were willing to help and lend a hand, from set up, collecting donations and everything. It was amazing. It's good to see how many people knew Mom and were interested in helping out with our event.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, even like throughout the community and everything, see people being like, "Hey, tournament's on Saturday." It's just like crazy seeing the amount of support that we get from the community and everywhere and around. It's awesome.
Yeah, leading up to it, a week or two to go, just the texts and phone calls from people that aren't even like in the tournament or involved in it, saying good luck with the tournament, and hope you guys have a good day. And yeah, it was awesome.
You're watching over, what would she say?
Oh yeah, she'd say, get me a shooter and a beer and let's go.
The apple doesn't fall far from the cart, is the saying, right? And they both have that. And they both have Sherry's compassion, and they both have Sherry's drive. And I mean, to lose your mom at the young age that they did, that they recognize as young adults now that how important it is to carry on the legacy. And it's just great. It's just great that they organized this and put this thing together, because she would get a kick out of this.
They talked about having a golf tournament for years, and then one day we were sitting up at the curling rink, and Dina, our daughter-in-law, she was there, and she said, "Well, we have to do it." So
this year is the year.
So she got a hold of Mark and that, and Mark's taken it by the reins. Ryan's been helpful all the way through, and Chelsea helped. And I'm just amazed at the amount of people that come out and to support.
Thanking everybody. It's just amazing.
Sherry played an active role as a sports mom, and her competitive nature and support for the boys was well known in the community.
Yeah, she was awesome. She was always there in the mornings, and we had to go to those 6:30 practices. She was always there, so it's always nice to have a person that loves you that much to be there all the time. And
yeah, she was. She loved coming out watching us play, and not just us, just sports general in the community. She was huge into it. She was a sports mom. That's what she was. That's what she loved to do, and it was it was awesome to have her come out as a mom and as a friend too. It was awesome.
She just loved it.
Always there.
And it didn't matter what sport they were trying out, whether it be lacrosse, hockey. They tried soccer a bit. Fortunately, they didn't like soccer. It was too bad for Mike.
Yeah.
Too bad for Mike, because Mike was always a soccer player and that. But they chose hockey, and she was always there. Cam?
There you go.
I first started, Sherry was still alive when I started working with Kidsport through the gorge and help with their golf tournament every year and stuff like that. And she was kind of fascinated by that.
I reached out to Kidsport. I've been in a couple other golf tournaments where they've been involved, and I just really like the idea of it. I think sports for kids is a huge thing, getting them ready for life and to have fun. It's just being a part of a team is great for kids. It teaches them a lot, and I know Mom would be proud that we chose something like Kidsport in her name.
Kidsport Greater Victoria is a local licensed chapter of the national charitable organization Kidsport Canada. Across the country, all of our chapters are working together to ensure that kids in financial need have the opportunity to play seasons of organized sport. And here in Victoria, we're one of the very biggest chapters across the country actually. Annually we're funding about 1,400 local kids in need into seasons of sport of their choice, up and down the peninsula, out through the western communities, through the Gulf Islands and so on. One of those things, my phone rang one day and on the other end of the phone it was Mark Stinson, and he told me a bit about his mom and the work that their family and friends were doing to bring this tournament together and to life. And I think that he found his way to Kidsport because he and his brother had grown up playing sports. His mom was clearly real involved in that scene. And this seemed to be a cause that kind of checked all the boxes that really resonated with the group that was pulling it together.
Sherry Stinson's Memorial Golf Tournament. It was a great day. So nice to see everybody out here. I met Sherry like 25 years ago, and it was about 3 a.m. in the morning, and I wasn't coming home from a bar, or walking home from downtown with Brad, or pedaling a bike, or passed out in the front lawn. I went to register my son to play at One Minor Hockey, and I thought, damn it, I'm going to get up and beat everybody, because I like beating everybody. And I get there, I'm 30 people back, here's a mom with a little kid hanging on her arm, and that kid would not stop moving. That was Mark. I started talking to Sherry, and 25 years, it was awesome. She's a dear, dear, dear friend. Very competitive. She'd be smiling down on all of us today, probably laughing at all the terrible shots that we did. And speaking of shots, one of her best shots is at the bar up there, Butter Ripple Schnapps. I'd say the other one, but I'm not going to. It's up there. Don't take a shot on her behalf and ours, the whole group.
Close to 100 people attended this inaugural event with donations reaching $8,000 in support of Kidsport, a charity that just seems to be a perfect fit to honor Sherry. You have to tip your cap to Mark and Ryan for taking the lead and organizing such an emotional, well-run tournament that was seamless from tee-off to the last shot of Butter Ripple Schnapps. Your mom would be proud of what you've accomplished today and the fine young men you've become. And I have a feeling the success of this year's tournament is only the beginning of an event that is sure to grow for years to come, all in memory of Sherry Stinson.